Well, good morning to you all, good morning. What is it? 12th, Saturday the 12th of December 2020. You can tell it's December. Christmas trees and things, that's always a clue. But how about this for December? Roses. Yeah. Roses and narcissi and lots of weeds. I really ought to get some things done out here. It's, as you can see, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. A little bit breezy. I might do something this afternoon out here. I might not. We'll see. What I am sort of messing about with today, he said, marching rapidly to the barn, Lagrange. We've got a job set up on the bench. I say I cut that bit of timber and I've let in a bracket in there, which is a bit of a clue. That's going to go against the wall, and that end is going to go against that post. Yeah, which means I've got to whip out the couple of silly length screws that are just stopping that post from falling over. Yeah, that will be good. Now, oh dear, let's climb the wooden hill to Bedfordshire or whatever and show you what I have already done. Oh, let's not fall off the top of the ladder. That would be bad, wouldn't it? Let there be light, and there was light, and it was good. Right. Where are we? Yeah. So that made use of half a sack of enduit render. I'm pleased with the way that's gone in. It's not perfect, but yeah, I'm pleased with that. Let's step back a bit, and that will stop some of the spiders from finding little holes to hide in, and improves that corner, which is going to be the start of the model railway. And I'm sort of dead chuffed with that, and I think, yeah, there's progress. There's progress. What's that? A yard by a yard, or a metre by a metre, something like that. And I'm ever so pleased with myself. Yeah, shame I've just got to finish the rest of the wall. Yeah. Yeah, well, Rome wasn't built in a day. Yes, well, lunch has been had. So now what we're thinking about doing is some of the structural sort of things. And yeah, what are we up to? Well, that's where that's going to go. It's sort of mocked up, and it's got a bit of stuff holding it where I want it to be, but odd bits of stuff holding it where it wants to be isn't really the answer. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount a bracket on the wall, and what I've got for that, I've never used this particular stuff before, but you know, it's bolts or studs that go in the wall with a chemical, I guess it's a sort of epoxy scellement chimique, which apparently is good for a ton. Well, I'm never going to be putting a ton on this. Yeah, I wonder, oh look, it's got nozzles that stir the two parts of the stuff together as you put it in. The first trick is to work out where the holes have got to go, and then to insert the nylon, and then to run the studs in. Yeah, well, we'll see how that gets on, won't we? And into every life a little rain must fall, I guess. These, what do they call them? Sabot brackets for the end of the timber have got holes in, and you know, you look at those and you think, yep. They're not big enough. I'm going to have to ream them out to take these studs. Oh well, that shouldn't be too difficult. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to actually pop this indoors, because it's been out here in the cold for quite a while, and you know, I suspect it would prefer to be at room temperature rather than cold. Yeah, how to make holes bigger. Yeah, the important thing is to make sure that it doesn't suddenly fly around and cut your fingers off. So we're going to be doing this a bit the awkward way. Clamped to a block of scrap, big drill bit in, little drill. Of course, the ideal way would be with a pillar drill on the bench. That would be ideal, wouldn't it? Well, there we are. That needs a little while for the epoxy to cure, so it's up there. Yeah, maybe, maybe Monday we'll do the next bit of that job. Yeah, it's been a good day today, I think. Well, good afternoon. Monday, 14th of December 2020. And yeah, we're making slow progress with this job. That's the first part of it in. What I did this morning, I shot down to our local hardware shop because I wanted some studding to fix all this stuff together. Yeah, that was quite simple. I picked up a metre of 10mm stud, which I've cut down into the right sort of lengths. And of course, if you want studding, you want nuts and washers and things. So I picked up a packet of nuts. Funny number that, isn't it? 9. Why would anyone want 9 nuts? I wanted 8. Did I want 8? Yeah, I wanted 8. But they come in a packet of 9. So naturally enough, the washers come in a packet of 12. Rondelle. Washers. Yeah. I'm sure there's a reason why nuts come in packets of 9s and washers come in packets of 12s and studding comes in metre lengths. Perhaps they think that whilst doing this job I'm going to drop one nut and never be able to find it or something. But next job to do is to cut in the sabot to mount that end to the wall. And really, you know, nothing else to do except shut up and get on with it. Now, most jobs like this, you would have someone help you. Well, I ain't got anyone here to help me, so you improvise. You know, use a ladder to hold it up while you muck about, and you know, prop it up there for a while, and then I'm going to move it up a bit further. You know, fairy footsteps, as it were. Yeah, it's got to go up a bit further than that, but I stuffed it up there, it's out the way, and I shall lift it very shortly. Now, this might be rough and ready engineering. Might be, but there's no reason for not doing the best you can to get it right. So let's just have a look before we drill holes. Yeah, that's about okay, isn't it? Yeah, happy with that. Right, next thing to do is to get me drill bits, start making some holes to put some bolts in the wall. Well, good morning to you, good morning. Oh, sawdust and odds and sundries of cut up bits of board and tools and things everywhere. What is it today? Thursday, the 17th of December 2020. We're doing some stuff this morning. This is a piece of what I'm going to refer to as the Peggy Memorial handrail. Many years ago, I've been trying to work out how many, I think it was possibly 10 years ago, I was living next door to a delightful old lady called Peggy. Okay, her name was Margaret, but everyone called her Peggy. And she sadly passed away when she was 87. And the house was sold, and the new people ripped everything out and decorated it to their own tastes. And I helped them tidy up by snatching bits of useful looking material, including the handrail from her stairs. It was a handrail that had been put in because a lady of advanced years needs handrails for going up and down stairs. And I've toted this handrail about with me ever since. And at last I've found a use for it. As I have found a use for old hinges. These are parts of hinges that were parts of shutters. And you might think, what's he need a handrail for? Well, I need a handrail to stop me falling off that landing. You know, we've got a wall plate fixed to the wall with bolts, with that sort of wonderful chemical. That is absolutely solid. I'm impressed with the way that chemical works. You squirt it in the hole and push the bolts in and leave it for 30 minutes before you tighten the nuts up on it, and boy oh boy does it grip. And yeah, we've used recycled material, beam from the loft, a post that once was part of the ceiling. That is wonderfully solid. I'm quite happy with that. What I'm not happy with is the possibility of falling off it. So the job this morning is to get a handrail up, and yeah, that will be good. Yeah, you can lay there in the shade. It's a nice sunny afternoon, and I've just done an act of charity. Got a neighbour who had got a bit of an eyesore in their garden, a big pile of all sorts of wood, and I said, would you like me to tidy that up for you? Oh, would you? Oh, would I? Yes, of course I would. Yeah, wants a lot of denailing and cutting up, but that will keep me warm, yeah, certainly up to Christmas. So there we are. I'm going to drink some tea now, I think.